What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Are we here? Can y'all hear me? Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. Can y'all? Where's my phone? Can y'all hear me, everybody? Come on in and say hello. I am back. I am back. And we are getting ready to jump right back into it. Listen, I left and y'all lost your minds, okay? It's been stuff going on all over the place. I got so much to talk about, okay? Okay, but we're going to jump into this Love and Marriage Huntsville mess first. We got some more love and marriage stuff to get into, but for right now, we're going to talk about this situation with Stormi. Oh, damn it. Ah, shoot. Shoot. Sorry, y'all. I just dropped lipstick on my shirt. Damn it. Ugh, I'm going to have to take this off after I go live. All right. Don't forget to get your Black Girl vitamins using discount code ReallyBTV. Now, somebody sent me an email and said they were having a hard time using that discount code. Let me know if y'all are having a problem with the discount code. I only heard from the one person. So if it's a problem, y'all let me know. But for the people that have already ordered, thank you so much. And please continue to support. Again, this is a product that I use myself. And I do support it. I'm waiting for a package right now. I ordered some before I left for my trip, and they should be here. And I'll do an unboxing when I get that. Okay. Somebody said, where am I? I'm here. I'm about to take this off the screen right now. Hey, y'all. Listen, look, you see? Oh, y'all can't see it on camera good. I just dropped lipstick on my shirt. Anyway, I have to take it off when I get done here. Quick announcement, and then we're going to jump right into what's going on with Stormi Steele and her ex business partner. So I did send out the email, you guys. We are going to the Washington Mystics game tomorrow. I do still have extra tickets. So if anybody is interested in going, or if you know anybody that lives in the area that may be interested in going, please let me know. The tickets were only $32, and I have like 4. So I still have 4 tickets. But it's no big deal at this point. I've already paid for the tickets. It'll be a donation to girls basketball if nobody. But I would just hate to see the tickets go unused. Well, thank you, Chuck. Listen, after this last week on the cruise, child, I ain't skinny mini, child, because baby, I ain't even gonna say I ate that much, but I sure drank my calories. I ain't gonna tell you no lies. I drank my calories, okay? Now let's get into this. So before we left, we found out that Stormi Steele from Love and Marriage Huntsville, the body glaze. If you are not familiar with Love and Marriage Huntsville, if you've been on TikTok or Instagram, you've seen the ads for body glaze. Body glaze is everywhere. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order me some this weekend. And body glaze is everywhere. And she is on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and she like broke the record on TikTok for selling the most units in one day, doing one live, and all of those things. Her show, her business has definitely gone through the roof in the last year. Well, Kyle, I forget his last name, child. Kyle, no carbs and brown sugar. Oh, hey. I'll do a video on my vacation. I've been kind of giving y'all tidbits, but I'll do a video on my vacation at some point this weekend. I got a lot, child. It's so much content to cover. After I get off of here, baby, y'all will get sick of me because I got so much stuff to talk about. But with that being said, he said she fired him out of nowhere. She said that he got fired. And we did a whole video on that. I'll have to link that video in the description box. He said that he helped her build her business, and out of nowhere, he said they had a little disagreement. Hey, boo. Hey, Busy. Busy, so I'm sorry. That's how I get distracted. I was just thinking about Busy cutting up last night on his Big Brother Live. Busy so silly. If y'all ain't caught Busy Blue, y'all make sure y'all get over there and y'all catch out my man Busy Blue. He is a fool. Okay. He said that out of nowhere, she just fired him. He said, yeah, they had a little disagreement, but nothing, no big deal. He said, hey, Kylie girl. He said, like a brother and sister disagreement. He never thought that it was, that's El Teddy calling me. He never thought that it would be, it would lead to him getting fired. And then he said to add insult to injury, she only was going to pay him 1 month severance. Now, while I was gone on my vacation, a little birdie called me. I had this tea for a minute, but I had to sit on it. I couldn't say nothing until they gave me the okay to say something. They said, listen, let me give you the other side of the story. So they gave me the other side of the story. I can't tell y'all everything they told me, but let's just say there's 2 sides to every story, and the truth is somewhere in the middle, okay? And the person that I talked to said, Stormi is going to sue. Well, I was going to do the live last night. Like, literally, I was going to do the live. I had gotten to go ahead to tell y'all that Stormi was going to sue. And I had the lawsuit. I was going to read it to y'all. Y'all know how we do over here. But then the person hit me and said, whoa, put the brakes on it. We need you to wait a minute. Something's happening, and we need y'all to wait a minute. I said, okay, child, I'll wait. Now, truth be told, I'm glad that I had to wait because, baby, I was tired as hell last night. I came in this house yesterday. I walked in the door. I had to go to the bathroom, went straight to the bathroom. When I came, my door was sitting wide open. I never closed my door. I sat on this couch and I fell asleep. I was asleep for a good 2 hours. Door just wide open. Okay, wide open. Well, I mean my screen door, but you know what I mean. Baby, I woke up. I said, damn, I never even went back and closed the daggone door. Baby, I was tired. So I'm kind of glad because I wouldn't have been able to give y'all the energy. Well, now I found out why. They put the brakes on it because it looked like Kyle actually filed his lawsuit yesterday at the same time that Stormi filed hers. So they are literally suing each other. Now, I have a copy of both cases. So we're going to read what Kyle had to say. And then we're going to read what Stormi had to say. Now listen, let me say this to y'all. This is my first time reading both of them because they were sent to me literally when I couldn't read them. I'm gonna tell you when I can't tell y'all all that. But when I got them, I wasn't in a place where I could read them. One I got while I was driving, and I literally couldn't read them while I was driving. I know I literally said that's El Teddy. I really meant to call you back this morning because I saw you call me yesterday. When you called me yesterday, baby, I was knocked out. I was just telling them I came home yesterday and I was passed out on the couch, baby. I was knocked out. And then when I woke up, you were live. So I was like, well, I'll call him, anyway. No, you called me last night after I figured you wanted to talk about Big Brother. You called me last night and I said, El Teddy want to talk about Big Brother. But I hadn't watched it yet. That's what it was. I hadn't watched it yet. And I said, I'll call him in the morning. I still ain't watched it, but I watched Busy's review. So, hey, Too Feisty. Hey, boo. So, let's get into this lawsuit. Now, again, we're going to read what Kyle said first. And then we're going to read what Stormi said. And like I said, y'all, it's your truth, my truth, and the truth, and somewhere in the middle is the truth, all right? I'm not going to put it up on the screen because, like I said, I have not read this myself. So I don't want to put people's personal information. Sometimes in lawsuits, they put people's real addresses and phone numbers and things like that. So I'm not going to put it up on the screen because I have not had time to do a edit it, to redact anything. And I don't want to put anybody's information up on the screen, child. I don't want nobody coming to me saying Really B did, because Really B didn't. But just know, everybody, let me say this. I'm going to toot my own horn. Y'all know did I just knock myself out of my own? Oh, no, I did. I'm about to say, Lord, did I just knock myself out of my own video? Now I'm going to toot my own horn. Listen, in this new season, I'm going to do better at tooting my own horn. Ain't nobody else talking about this. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. Nobody else is talking about this. Everybody's talking about that Kyle sued Stormi. Ain't nobody talking about that Stormi done sued Kyle. I saw all these videos about Kyle suing Stormi. I ain't seen nobody say Stormi sued Kyle. So we're going to read them both. Just like I was listening to a blogger yesterday. I'm not going to say their name because I ain't trying to start no blogger beef with nobody because I don't beef with nobody. But I was listening to a blogger yesterday said they were the first ones to report that Kenya Moore was being fired. Now, Tribe, y'all know that's not true. Tribe, y'all know that's not true. Y'all know I told y'all that first. Y'all know I told y'all that first, but we're going to keep it moving. One day I'll get my credit. All right. Let's open this up. Okay. So this was filed on August the 14th in U.S. District Court of Alabama. It is the I just read that. For the Northern Division of the District of Alabama. Kyle Ivanko, that's his last name, and the Ivanko Consulting Group, LLC, is suing Stormi Steele, Canvas Beauty Brands, LLC, Canvas Holdings, LLC, and Canvas Fulfilling, LLC. Here's the complaint. Plaintiff Kyle Ivanko alleged the following claims against Stormi Steele. 1, the plaintiff is an adult resident of the state of California. Plaintiff is a limited liability company organized under the laws of California with a principal place of business in Los Angeles, California. EGC is a citizen of California. The defendant, Ms. Steele, is an adult resident of the state of Alabama. Upon information and belief, Ms. Steele resides in Huntsville, Alabama. Defendant, CBB, that's Canvas Brand Beauty, is a limited liability company organized under the laws of Alabama upon information and belief. So y'all know we got to go through all of that. So then it's jurisdiction and venue. Child, y'all know they just basically saying we have jurisdiction to sue because this is where she lives and these what the laws state. Y'all don't care nothing about that. Y'all care about the factual information. So the factual background is Canvas Beauty is a for-profit business based in Alabama that specializes in selling the product Body Glaze for retail purchase by consumers nationwide. Ms. Steele found Canvas Beauty in 2017 and alleges with her husband, Courtney Beasley, to be the sole owners of each of the Canvas defendants. Ms. Steele serves as the CEO of Canvas Beauty. On January the 23rd, Ms. Steele hired Mr. Ivanko on a freelance basis. That's important. On a freelance basis to perform limited scope marketing services for Canvas Beauty starting on February the 1st of 2023. At the time of the initial contact from Ms. Steele, Mr. Ivanko provided marketing services through the marketing agency that he co-founded, Crackerjack LLC. In early 2023, when Mr. Ivanko eventually began providing marketing services, it was on the verge of insolvency. Canvas Beauty had existing liabilities exceeding $2 million and had hundreds of orders that had not been fulfilled. It was clear to him that Canvas Beauty was on the verge of insolvency and needed even greater attention beyond marketing from an experienced professional. Here come the Great White Hope, y'all. Ms. Steele was so impressed with Mr. Ivanko's work that she engaged him to serve a greater role within Canvas Beauty beginning in March of 2023. So in 1 month, Mr. Ivanko began to lead Canvas Beauty's marketing, customer support, and graphic design, among other operational responsibilities. On April 11th of 2023, Mr. Ivanko approached Ms. Steele about working with her on a full-time and undivided basis. Mr. Ivanko was unquestionably clear that he would abandon the company that he co-founded to work for Ms. Steele and Canvas Beauty in exchange for equity and profit sharing. So in a 2-month window, he went from a consultant to a partner. Stormi was praising him. She was. Hey, Angela. Hey, boo. She was. Now, I listen. I will tell you no lies. You ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no lies. Now, you right about that. Now, you right about that too, Feisty. You right about that one now. All right, let's get back to it. I just took a pause to read the comments. I know when I'm reading, I can't see the chat. So I just took a pause for the cause and see what y'all are talking about over here in the chat. Okay. Is this in writing? We're going to get to that, Cindy. Ooh, see, y'all smart. Boy, the tribe. That's why I love y'all, because the tribe ain't stupid. Okay. Tribe said, where is the writing? Okay. Mr. Ivanko sent Ms. Steele a text message on April 11th of 2023 that reads as follows. May ask for you. Okay. Start thinking about what kind of equity split you'd be comfortable with if I step into a brand manager, CMO, or COO type of role and help truly execute on 2.0. We can do a dedicated call about it when you're ready. I'm not going to strong arm you into anything. It's not how I work. On April the 12th, a day later, Ms. Steele offered Mr. Ivanko 30% equity in Canvas Beauty if they could turn things around. Further explaining, she would rather have 70% of something big than 100% of nothing. Now, here's what I found. I'm going to keep reading, but y'all know I like to pause as I'm reading to give y'all my thoughts. Now, I haven't read further, so I'm just going to tell you what I find interesting is you had a text message. Hey, Ebs, what's up? You had a text message from you to her, but then you said she offered 30%. I don't see that text message, email. I don't see a link to a transcript. I don't see a Zoom meeting. I don't see none of this. So, with that being said, I'm going to keep reading, but I find that interesting. Mr. Ivanko accepted Ms. Steele's offer and began to detrimental reliance on her unequivocal compromise. Tries to use these big words. Okay. By text message dated April the 12th, Mr. Ivanko's reliance was as clear as day. Here's the text message. It says, I got my eyes on the prize. That's why I'm ready to flip my entire career upside down to work on Canvas Beauty and these things with you. True to his word, Mr. Ivanko provided consideration bargained for by Ms. Steele when he stepped away from the company he co-founded and began to devote substantially all of his time to Canvas Beauty, acknowledging Mr. Ivanko's acceptance of her offer. Ms. Steele messaged back, when we get this foundation solid to start executing, it's going to be a windfall. See, you playing games with me, Mr. Ivanko. Mr. Ivanko, you are playing word games. So you have your text messages to her, but you don't have her text messages back to you. And what you're saying is, see, in legal terms, in order for there to be a contract, there has to be an offer, there has to be an acceptance of that offer, and there has to be consideration. So notice how they're using that language. I made the offer. She accepted my offer, and in acknowledgement of the consideration, I started working for her full time, meaning the offer I made was, hey, I'm going to stop working for my other clients. I'm going to make you my full-time client in consideration of equity on the back end. You're saying she accepted that offer and offered you 30%. And the consideration that she acknowledges is that you started working for her full time. So you playing word games, but I find it interesting that you had your text messages in quotation marks to her. But when you said, she said, oh, well, you can do 30% and I'd rather take 70% of nothing. That wasn't a direct quote. You're just telling us what she said. That doesn't mean she didn't say it. That does not mean it. I just find it interesting that you don't have those text messages. I just find that interesting. But what I also find interesting, and I'm going to say this to y'all. Now, y'all know I'd be very careful when I start calling things, because I don't want to put tags on people. But I find it very interesting. I have friends that are in consulting businesses. I have friends that do, marketing consulting. And I have a lot of friends, well, not a lot, but I have friends that do educational consulting and things like that. Can I just tell y'all something? Can I tell y'all something? You dream for a client like this. You dream. If you have... It seems to me that when you're doing your own consulting firm, if you have a client that has a multi-million-dollar income or that you know you can help them create a multi-million-dollar business, you just give them billable hours. You just build a fuck out of them while you continue to use them as a reference. Baby, do you know how much business he could have gotten by saying, look at what I did for Canvas Beauty? They were about to be bankrupt. The business was about to close. And now they're breaking records over on TikTok. Do you know how he could have parlayed that? And in the meantime and in between time, when you do a consulting, you bill like an attorney. I work this amount of hours per day. I work this amount of hours per day on your business. Now, maybe he thought, oh shoot, I'm a kick. He must not have had that many other clients that you were able to just kick everybody else to the curb and work for her full time. I thought you see. Can I just I'm gonna finish reading. I'm gonna finish reading it, y'all. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm thinking so far. So far, I'm thinking he thought he saw an easy mark. That's what I'm thinking so far. You're an educational consultant, Brian. Brian, do you need somebody to work for you? Because I'm looking for a job. Okay, I do it. You need some consultants. Is your company big enough that you hiring? Because baby, anyway, that's another conversation. But I feel like he saw early. Tap, tap, tap. Cindy said tap, tap, tap. I'm going to just tell y'all, I'm going to call a thing, y'all. I think he saw an easy mark, but I'm going to keep reading. Is it true that he used to work for TikTok and that's why Canvas Beauty transition to TikTok was so seamless? I don't know, Too Feisty. That's a good question. I'm going to see if he brings it up in the lawsuit, but as of right now, I do not know. All right, I'm going to finish reading it. But yeah, no, Chuck, that was not... I'm going to go back up. Let me scroll back up and see what he said. Let me scroll back up. He put this in quotes what he said to Stormi. But this is what I'm going to read it one more time, right? I'm going to read it again. He said on April the 12th of 2023, Ms. Steele offered Mr. Ivanko 30% equity in Canvas Beauty if they could, and they put this in quotes, turn things around. Further explaining that she would, and he put this in quotes, rather have 70% of something than 100% of nothing. But he does not say where this was said. He doesn't say if this was an email, a text message, a phone call, a Zoom meeting. He just says that this is what she said. But when he's talking about what he said to her, he was like, in a text message dated, da-da-da-da-da. Now, he does say on April the 12th, so it makes me feel like maybe they have an email or something, but he just doesn't say it. So I just found that interesting. Okay. I'm going to keep reading. On numerous occasions throughout the remainder of 2023, Ms. Steele confirmed through text messages that Mr. Ivanko was 30% owner of Canvas Beauty, or at the absolute minimum, entitled to 30% of Canvas Beauty. What? That's two different things. Let me read it one more time. Mr. Ivanko was a 30% owner of Canvas Beauty, or at the absolute minimum, entitled to 30% of Canvas Beauty's profits. That's two different things. Did she say he was a 30% owner, or did she say he was entitled to 30% profits? Now, why do I say there's a difference? I'm not trying to be nitpicky, y'all, but listen, if we're going to go through it, we're going to have to go through it. Thank you, girl. Is that legal? That is not the same. See, I love when an attorney be saying yes. Maybe that's not the same thing. Because here's the difference. If I'm entitled to 30% of the profits, then I'm just profit sharing. If you're 30% owner of the company, baby, you are part of the liability and part of the profits. You are part of the positive and the negative. When you are doing profit sharing, that is exactly what that is. That is profit share. That's not the same thing. So did her text messages confirm that you were 30% owner? Or did her text messages confirm that you were entitled to 30% of the profits? Buy into a business as an owner, hence the TV show Shark Tank. Right! Thank you, girl. Is that legal? Thank you, boo, for being here. You let me know when I be wrong. You tell me when I got it wrong. Okay. As an owner of Canvas Beauty, Mr. Ivanko did whatever it took to keep the business afloat, which included loaning the business approximately $40,000 and foregoing his $10,000 monthly payments from Canvas Beauty for his services. Stop. 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 Again, tell me if I'm being, y'all tell me if I'm just being petty, because I'm trying to be fair. Because we haven't read Stormi's response it's not her response. She filed her separate lawsuit. We ain't read what Stormi had to say yet. But either you were still a consultant getting $10,000 a month, or you were an owner, because owners get paid based off of revenue. Sir, were you getting 30% of the profits, or were you getting $10,000 a month? And if you were getting $10,000 a month, you were still a consultant. And that was what you were agreed to as your consultant fee. Y'all, I'm not being, thank you, Lovely True. Lovely True said I'm not being petty. Thank you, boo, because I was confusion. I'm a little confusion. Right, you get an owner's draw. Right. So he wanted $10,000 a month and 30%? That's a lot, y'all. I feel like that's a lot. And I don't care that they were making millions of dollars. I don't care. That sounds like a lot for somebody who literally has only been with my company for 3 months. Y'all, it's April. He said he started in February. He said he started in February, y'all. This is April. See, I'm going to just call a thing a thing. I'm going to keep reading, but I'm going to keep saying it until he proved to me different. I'm not confused and he's confused. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, boo. Listen, let me tell you something. He saw this Black woman with this thick country accent, and this Black man is her husband with his thick country accent. And he thought he had an easy lick. That's what he thought. He said that company is in trouble. He thought he hit a lick, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what I think. I don't know this to be true. But it just sounds like he hit a lick. Or he thought he hit a lick. I'm gonna keep reading. Too Feisty said, I'm just listening. Thank you, boo. You keep listening. You keep me honest. See, a lot of times people think a Southern drawl mean you stupid. It doesn't mean you stupid. It just means you got a Southern drawl. And let's be clear, Stormi may not have been the best business owner. She may have made a lot of mistakes. She may have very much, but she's not stupid. I'm going to keep reading. Mr. Ivanko turns Canvas brands around. Oh, this is going into the next section. Okay. We ain't almost done. We got a little bit. I'm going to stop stopping because we got to get to Stormi's lawsuit. So let me just read. I'm going to stop stopping so much. I'm going to read because we'll be here. I won't be here too long. Mr. Ivanko was the linchpin in bringing Canvas Beauty to national prominence, by leveraging his pre-existing experience at TikTok. So yes, Too Feisty, he did. Pre-existing experience with TikTok to successfully promote Canvas Beauty and by drastically improving net operating margins. None of these successes would have occurred without Mr. Ivanko's substantial involvement. I disagree. Did he have a relationship that made it easier? Yes. Do you know how many people's products are on the TikTok shop? Do you know how many products you can go over to TikTok and buy? I think she would have been able to still do that without you. Would it have been as fast? Maybe not. But okay, I'm going to give you that one. Kyle, I'm going to give you that one. I'm going to give you the TikTok, Kyle. I'm going to give you the TikTok. Don't matter that she's on a national show on OWN and her products are being highlighted on OWN every week. But okay, girl. I mean, y'all don't mean disrespect to call him a girl, but you know what I'm saying. Mr. Ivanko delivered on his promise of turning things around that Ms. Steele mentioned as the only possible contingency to his 30% equity. By the end of December of 2023, Canvas Beauty had over $3 million in profits as a result of Mr. Ivanko and Ms. Steele's dedication to their company. Ms. Steele and Mr. Ivanko, as co-owners, declared a profit distribution of $1 million from Canvas Beauty to $700,000 for Ms. Steele and $300,000 for Mr. Ivanko. The exact 70-30 equity split that Ms. Steele and Mr. Ivanko agreed to previously, and Ms. Steele repeatedly affirmed with Mr. Ivanko. The remainder of the profits were to be reinvested into the company for even greater growth. How there's no more profits? If she took 70%, you took 30%. I ain't no mathematician, but that's it. That's 100. 70 and 30 is 100. 700,000 and 300,000, that's $1 million. What other profits? There's no more profits. That's it. With Mr. Ivanko bringing Canvas Beauty to new heights and profitability, Ms. Steele continued living a lifestyle of access and extravagance. Over the next few months, Ms. Steele began to show signs that she was feeling uncomfortable about Mr. Ivanko's interest in Canvas Beauty. On April the 18th of 2024, Ms. Steele sent a text message to Mr. Ivanko stating, I find it interesting you got this text message. You ain't had a text message that said 70-30, but you got this one. Okay. I have anxiety about our ownership in the immediate but not profit sharing in perpetuity let me go back. Let me read it again. I have anxiety about ownership in the immediate, but not profit sharing in perpetuity or in the event of a huge sale. Hold on, give me a second. I'm processing that. Not profit sharing in perpetuity or in the event of... I'm going to put a pin in that. Upon information and belief, Ms. Steele had not told her husband, Courtney, about the equity and profit sharing arrangement with the plaintiffs as of April the 18th of 2024. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. The communication could not have been clearer between the two parties, as evidenced by a text message from Ms. Steele to Mr. Ivanko on May the 2nd of 2024. Now, that's a whole year later. You said that this partnership started in April of 2023. This is May of 2024, but let me read the message. Ms. Steele reaffirms her position on the agreement, 70-30 profit share, and in the event of a major sale, 30% of the sale goes to you. Hey, Francois, it sounds to me like Stormi did not intend for this to be a forever situation. It sounds like she was okay with the temporary, but she did not mean for this to be a forever thing. That's what it sounds like to me, but let me keep reading, y'all. Let me keep reading. We almost done. Based on the continued false promises and guarantees by Ms. Steele, Mr. Ivanko continued to provide exceptional value to Canvas Beauty, including work managing customer service, graphic and label design, marketing, inventory and supply chain management, human resources, payroll, finances, product development, business development, and vendor relations. Meanwhile, Ms. Steele began to plot how to extract the maximum value out of Mr. Ivanko before kicking him to the curb. On June 8th of 2024, Canvas Beauty held a history-making, record-breaking live stream on TikTok, selling over 1 million units of product in a single live stream. With 8 figures of product in the bank, Mr. Ivanko and Ms. Steele once again declared a profit distribution on July the 3rd. The distribution was made as follows: $5 million to Ms. Steele and $2 million to Mr. Ivanko through his ownership at entity EGC. The profit distribution percentages reflected the exact 70-30 profit split that the parties agreed to, continually abided by, and that Ms. Steele herself affirmed numerous times in writing. Miss Steele's distribution was technically only 68% because her distribution was adjusted to pay back Canvas Beauty for amounts. Okay, so that goes back to what I was saying. What are you putting back in the business? Oh, so there you go. Okay. Mr. Vanko and Miss Steele, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Upon information and belief, Miss Steele habitually misappropriated company funds for her personal use. Okay, Stormi. Mr. Vanko and Miss Steele agreed to retain approximately $5 million of profits in the Canvas Beauty bank accounts rather than take a larger distribution on July the 3rd of 2024. By text message dated July the 7th, Miss Steele messaged Mr. Vanko, you know, this time next year, your net worth going to be over $10 million, even if we didn't sell. Even if we didn't sell what? It just say even if we didn't sell. I don't know what we didn't sell, but okay. All right. Only a few days later, on July 11th of 2024, Canvas Beauty held another live stream event selling $1,100,000 million worth of Canvas products in one day. Like the June live stream, the success occurred with Mr. Vanko serving as executive producer of the live stream. Canvas Beauty have reached yet a new level of profitability that could have not been managed prior to Mr. Vanko joining. Alas, Miss Steele wanted it all to herself. To date, plaintiffs have not received an equitable percentage of the profits of the Canvas Beauty beyond July the 3rd profit distribution. Mr. Vanko reasonably relied on Miss Steele's representation and assurance that both Miss Steele and Mr. Vanko would temporarily forego the distribution of the retained profits to provide operational padding for Canvas Beauty. To their mutual benefit, without those assurances, Mr. Vanko would have sought a full distribution of profits of Canvas Beauty. Mr. Vanko was deceived by Miss Steele into deferring his equitable share of profits to build the Canvas Beauty empire. All the while, Miss Steele was plotting on how to shove him out of the company before her husband learned of the profit-sharing arrangement. Miss Steele continually induced Mr. Vanko's consent to keep reinvesting his profits in Canvas Beauty with promises of mutual wealth building. Miss Steele knew that Mr. Vanko would trust her at her word. He sent multiple text messages previously reiterating that fact. Miss Steele knew that she could take advantage of his honesty and trust. So what this sounds like is he was getting his money up until July. It sounds like he was getting his money up until July. And after July, they said that they should put the money back into the company and reinvest it. And so he didn't get, according to him, he didn't get his full split in July. But up until July, he was getting his money. That's what it sounds like. Now, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, July of 2024, last month. Right, July's when he said he got fired. But I'm just saying, it sounds like up until he got fired, he was getting his money. Now, it sounds like he didn't get the money off that last live stream down to the TikTok. Okay, so best case scenario, I'm just going by what we ain't read Stormi's response yet, but based on what he is saying, best case scenario, she only owes him the money from July. That's what it sounds like. Best case scenario for him, not for Stormi, for him, he owes her the money. I mean, she owes him the money from July. Again, y'all tell me if I'm misunderstanding that. All right. We're almost done with him, and then we're going to get to what Stormi has to say. Because there's two sides to this story, y'all. Upon information and belief, Ms. Steele continued to misappropriate company funds for extravagant personal use, including an all-expense-paid vacation to Miami with bottle service at a nightclub, a boat, and even Ms. Steele's personal home expenses. Are you saying she bought a boat, or are you saying when she was in Miami, they rode on a boat? Because can I say something? Excuse me. Can I say something? If you were profiting 30%, even at 68%, even if you said she was taking home 68% and putting 2% back in the business, we're still talking about millions of dollars. As somebody who has gone to Miami, had bottle service, and got on a boat, I am no millionaire. I am no millionaire. And I have done all of those things in Miami. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Stormi wasn't spending. We see that Stormi liked to live good. She got that ranch. I think they just got a cyber, that cyber Tesla, that ugly ass truck. I get it. I get it. But those examples, you could have came up with something better, sir. Because going to Miami and getting bottle service at the club, child, I promise you it ain't no millionaire. I promise you that's not no millionaire, child. Okay. Upon information and belief, Ms. Steele has converted to her own use money rightfully belonging to plaintiffs in the form of company profits and has unjustly enriched herself at the plaintiff's expense. Upon information and belief, Ms. Steele has used and continues to use company funds that in part or in whole are rightfully the property of the plaintiff for her personal expenses. Child, the way this thing is written, I'm sorry. On July the 18th of 2024, Ms. Steele approached Mr. Ivanko about securing a 409A valuation performed on the canvas defendants. The 409A valuation would be a mechanism to determine the enterprise value of the business. Upon information and belief, Ms. Steele, either on her own or through discussion with a third party, estimated the business to have a value of over $100 million. Coincidentally, while Ms. Steele had the value of the company on her mind, Ms. Steele initiated an argument. So now you're saying she started the argument for no reason with Mr. Ivanko over a trivial matter that requested that Mr. Ivanko provide an email with his current roles and responsibility at CBB, Canvas Beauty, and list all company contacts that he was the point of contact for. The next day during a conversation, Mr. Ivanko initiated about his roles and responsibilities moving forward. Ms. Steele shoved him out of the company he helped build, stating, "We're done. Talk to my lawyer. We're done." All right, that's the end of his. Now he just gets into the counts, what he's saying she did. He said misrepresentation of promissory fraud, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, breach of fiduciary duties. And that is what he's accusing her of. And he is asking for award and monetary judgment against the defendant for the amount that has been fraudulently and wrongfully withheld from him. Award and money judgment against defendants for the unjust enrichment defendants have received as a result of her fraudulent statements. Declare the plaintiff 30% owner of Canvas Beauty. Declare the plaintiff 30% owner of profit distribution. Award reasonable attorney's fees and costs. Award other relief as the court deems just and proper. So can I say something before we get to Stormi's? Hey, everybody coming in. To me, if they're doing, anybody who's ever worked for, let's say I worked for a nonprofit one time, and we used to have to always apply for grants because that's what nonprofits do. They're constantly applying for grants, constantly. And I know for a fact that when it was time to apply for grants, we always had to submit what it was that we did, what our role was within the company. There were a couple of times we had to attach our resume and our credentials, all of these things, because that is what goes into when somebody's getting ready to give you money. They want to know everything about your business. They wanted everything about who your business services, who's working for your company. Because if they're going to give you money, they feel entitled to that information, which they are. It sounds to me, if they were getting a 409 evaluation, and I'm not familiar with a 409, but if anybody in here is, please let me know. It sounds to me like during a 409 evaluation, him having to tell her, what are your roles and responsibility? What exactly do you do every day? Because if they're evaluating the value of the company, they're not just looking at how much the company makes. They're looking at what's going out. So if she's giving you 30% of the profit every 6 months, quarterly, however they were doing it, yeah, they want, whoever is doing this 409 evaluation, they want to know, well, for him to be getting 30%, what does he do? What services does he provide? That's what this is. So I don't think that was an unreasonable request. Now, how it turned into you're fired, I don't know. But I don't think that was an unreasonable request based on the fact of how much money you were making, and they were evaluating this business. In order for them to say your business is worth this amount of money, they have to look at liabilities and assets. And your payroll is a liability. How much are you putting out per month? What are you spending? Now, that's what he said. Now, we're going to talk about Stormi's response. Now, remember, it's two sides to the story, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. Now, he's saying that all of this came about because Courtney did not know that she was giving him 30% of the profits, and when Courtney found out, she had to get rid of him. That's what he's alleging. I find that to be very interesting. I'm not saying it's not true, because, child, who knows? I know that wives can keep all sorts of stuff away from their husbands, so I ain't saying it ain't true. I ain't saying that Courtney did or did not know. I just find that very interesting. Girl, is that legal? Does that make sense? That 409 breakdown? Tell me if I'm tripping. Y'all tell me. I'm not familiar with the 409 breakdown, but I just know that when I worked for a nonprofit, baby, they bet when anybody was about to give us money, we had to tell them, what do we do? Hey, Miss Gigi, and we did not expect this. I know it's her business, but why would he give up his contacts? Well, I don't know. Listen. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, y'all, let me get into. Now, this is Stormi's response. Remember, he said she offered him a monthly salary. He didn't take it. I didn't read that. That's not in his paperwork. That might be in her paperwork, but he didn't say she offered him a monthly salary. He was saying he was getting $10,000 a month as part of his consulting fee after he said he left his consulting firm to go work for her full time. But child, this is a mess. All right. Again, I'm not going to put it up on the screen. Oh, it was in his IG post. Okay. Thank you, Too Feisty. Thank you. Thank you for refreshing my memory. Thank you. Thank you. He was offered a monthly salary and he did take. Thank you for refreshing my memory. My bad, Simone. My bad, boo. Now let's look at what Stormi had to say. Again, this is going to be her version of the story. And I'm not telling nobody what to believe or what not to believe. I'm just bringing y'all the information. Oh, wait a minute. I opened up the wrong thing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, sorry. Somebody sent me an email and I was like, let me respond real quick. Okay. about the Mystic tickets, and I didn't want to forget to go back and respond. All right, so this is Stormi's complaint. And again, I don't want to put it up on the screen because I have not read it, and in case there are phone numbers or addresses and stuff in it, I do not want to put that up on the screen. So this was filed in the Circuit Court of Madison County, Alabama, and this was filed on August the 15th at 1:19 p.m. Hold on, let me go back to Kyle's. Let me see when Kyle's was filed. Let's see who got there first. So August the 15th, Kyle's was filed August the 15th. No, I opened up the same one again. Sorry, y'all. I opened up Stormi's again. Kyle's was filed. Oh, Kyle's was filed first. He filed August the 14th. Ooh, okay. He filed his first, y'all. Okay. So Stormi's was filed. Canvas Fulfillment LLC is filing a lawsuit against Kyle Ivanko. Okay. The complaint, child. The parties, we know jurisdiction. Okay. Y'all just want to get to the meat and potatoes, the factual allegations. So let's read through the factual allegations. Canvas Beauty is a hair child. Canvas Beauty is a hair and product specializing in cell growth, blah, blah, blah. Stormi Steele is the founder, blah, blah, blah. Steele and her husband, Courtney Beasley, are the only member. Okay, that's important. Steele and her husband, Courtney Beasley, are the only members / owners of the company and its affiliates. That's important that she said they're the only owners, y'all. In earlier 2023, the company engaged Cracker Jack, a marketing company to perform work for the company. Evanko was the company's point of contact for Cracker Jack. In March of 2023, Evanko stated that prior to working with the company, he was considered taking a mini retirement, but changed his mind because he was so invigorated working with the company's marketing. Evanko subsequently approached Ms. Steele about working full-time directly for the company. On April 23rd, the company hired Evanko and began working for the company on a full-time basis. In exchange, he was paid a generous salary that eventually increased to more than $30,000 per month. Y'all, the numbers ain't numbering. Oh, Demetra said Cracker Jack was a sign. So they're saying they was paying him a salary. Okay. During the course of his employment, the parties discussed various alternative compensation arrangements, including possible bonus and equity structures. However, an agreement was never reached between the parties beyond his salary, and Evanko acknowledged this. The company experienced exceptional growth in 2023 and 2024. Under Steele's leadership, it became a powerhouse in the hair, skin, and beauty market, selling revenue records on TikTok and other social media platforms. As a result of its success, the company paid Evanko bonuses of $300,000 and $2 million in addition to his monthly salary of $30,000. Stormi, are you hiring? Shit. I moved to Huntsville. Stormi, are you hiring? $30,000 monthly salary, $300,000 bonus, and a $2.4 million bonus. Girl, Stormi, are you hiring? This a lot. Y'all, this is a lot. I'm going to keep reading. You quit me already? I know. Listen. For $2.4 million, check. I go sell some body glaze. Shoot. Stormi, you need a trainer. Do you need somebody? Do you need in HR? Do you need a trainer? I will train the people. Golly. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me get back to this. Good God. I'm in the wrong line of work. God darn. After receiving the last big bonus, Evanko became increasingly selfish and greedy and made a series of decisions that were not in the best interest of the company. For example, Steele repeatedly tasked Evanko with hiring a chief financial officer and a graphic design director to manage the company's rapid growth. Evanko refused in order to retain so much control and authority as possible, even at the expense of the company. The discourse between Evanko and the company, arising from his refusal to act in the best interest of the company, escalated when Steele informed him that she was hiring a qualified CFO to manage company finances and that Evanko would no longer be able to make unilateral decisions over the money. On or about July the 18th of 2024, Evanko texted and called a coworker indicating he intended to resign from the company and claim ownership of certain label designs that he had assisted the company with during his employment. The next day, Evanko and Steele had multiple telephone conversations during which Evanko expressed dissatisfaction with his job and with the state of his professional relationship with the company. On Monday, July the 22nd of 2024, the parties were set to speak regarding a plan to move forward. Instead, Ivanko sent a lengthy message to Steele stating he was putting a hard pause on any and all duties, responsibilities, or actions that can be interpreted as me representing the company, and described his decision as an abrupt leave of absence. Ivanko further stated, I do not know if this is the end of our professional relationship until the end of time, but I do know we need a break and a pause. And this is in quotation marks. And I fully understand that this leave of absence may end in a permanent and amicable dismissal from the company. Now that's in quotation marks. Sir, sound like you quit. Accepting Ivanko's decision to abruptly end his work with the company sent Ivanko a termination notice on Friday, July the 26th of 2024. Soon after leaving, Ivanko posted a lengthy message to social media disparaging the company and Steele. He also revealed confidential financial and operational information about the company to the public. In that post, and in the form of a demand letter sent to the company, Ivanko claims to have an ownership interest in the company, despite having repeatedly acknowledged in writing, audio recordings, and otherwise to Steele and others that he does not. She said she got audio recordings of you, Kyle. Kyle! She said she got audio recordings of you saying that you know you don't own nothing. That's what she's saying. She said she had it in writing, audio recordings, and otherwise. Them audio recordings are probably Zoom meetings because he said he live in California and she in Huntsville, so those are probably like Zoom meetings or voice notes. Y'all gotta be careful what y'all be saying in these voice notes to people. That's what it sounds like. That is what it sounds like. I'm just telling y'all what it sounds like. In the post, I just read that. Ivanko further claims he's entitled to 30% of all future profits of the company, separate and apart from any ownership interest he claims. Finally, Ivanko claims to own certain intellectual property he was given access to and assisted with during the course of his employment, including certain product labels. Let me say this to y'all. When you work for a company, they own it. When you work for my sister is a chef. I told you my sister's a chef. My sister has created recipes while working for a company. They have put it on the menu. They've even put her name on it. There was anybody that lives in the DC area, you've ever been to Matchbox. And probably it's been a while, but my sister had a brownie on the menu, on Matchbox's menu, and it was called Mo's Brownie. It was called Mo. I'm doxing my sister, but her name is Mo. That's her nickname, but that's her name. It was called Mo's Brownie. If anybody ever went to Matchbox and you remember that brownie on the menu, that was my sister's recipe. Guess what my sister can't do? My sister can't go and market that recipe as her own under the guise that, as sold at Matchbox or da-da-da-da-da. Now, she can go make a brownie now. Y'all know she can go just make a brownie. But y'all know what I'm saying. It can't be that recipe, allegedly, because that recipe belongs to Matchbox because she was an employee of Matchbox at the time. That is their intellectual property. She hasn't made you anything. Oh, well, sorry. You got to come down here and get a plate. Alabama is a one-party consent state, meaning that at least one person involved in a conversation must consent to be recorded. Well, there it is. But if it's a Zoom meeting, they say that at the beginning of the Zoom meetings it's being recorded. I know I've been on Zoom meetings that tell me it's being recorded. Most Zoom meetings, especially for business purposes, will tell you you're being recorded. Sorry, y'all. Nah, she ain't getting no residuals because she was an employee of the company. It's her intellectual property. Now, can she go market a brownie and it, be similar? Yeah, but y'all get the point that I'm making. All right, we're almost done. Let me finish this last little part, and then we'll talk about it, and then we're gonna move on. All right, so what Stormi is asking for is a declaratory judgment. Basically, they're asking for a prayer relief. Basically, they're asking for their fees to be. They want the judgment to be in their favor, meaning they don't owe him nothing, and they want their legal fees. They want it to be declared that Ivanko is not a member or owner of Canvas Beauty and has no interest therein or with any of the affiliates. Their order declaring that Ivanko is not entitled to any additional profits or compensation now or in the future. And in order declaring that all products, labels, and other intellectual property associated with the company to which Ivanko claimed ownership are owned by Canvas Beauty and or its affiliate companies. They're not even asking for their legal fees. Hold on, let me make sure I don't want to tell no lies. They're not even asking for their legal fees. They just want him to go away. They're not even asking for no money from this man. They are asking for it to be declared that he doesn't have any ownership. They don't owe him any money, and for him to just go away. They're not even asking for no money. Yep, it states on the Zoom meeting is being recorded. If you have the option to leave the meeting, yeah. So I'm gonna just say, but it's a one-party consent anyway. So even if she recorded him, she has that right. Can I just say, go away, Kyle? Right. Can I just say this? Now, again, those were both sides of the story. I know there are going to be people that's going to think Stormi was wrong. There's going to be people that think Stormi is right. I'm not here to say who is and who isn't. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I feel, though, I still feel the way I feel. I feel like this man, white man, saw a quick lick. I really do. I really do. And it does sound like they were doing some profit sharing with him based on bonuses. Based on bonuses. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he was getting bonuses based on profits. Again, I'll use my sister as an example. When you work in retail, I know with my sister, they got quarterly bonuses based on if the restaurant did better this month than it did last year, this quarter. Did they make more money this year or last year? If they meet a certain threshold, my sister would get bonuses. And my sister used to get some nice bonuses, depending on where she worked. When I worked retail, our managers used to get bonuses. We ain't never get no damn bonuses. We didn't get no damn bonuses. But our managers would get bonuses if the store did better in this quarter than it did last year in that quarter. So to say he got a bonus, and I guess it's reasonable, if he got that $2 million bonus, if the business made $100 million. I mean, I guess. Right, Cajun, we got a pizza party and a gift card, child, or a card. I struggle to get mad at a black woman pulling an Uno reverse. Listen, you better say it again for the people in the back, Tracy. I'm telling y'all, that's my opinion. Now, do I think that Stormi is possibly may need some help? It sounds like she did go out and hire a real CFO and all of that. Yeah, she probably does need some help. She's probably made some bad business decisions. Do I believe that this woman signed away 30% of her company in perpetuity? No, I don't. Do I think temporarily maybe she was like, if you can help me? Because I'm going to tell you what he did. Y'all want to hear what the man did? I'm going to tell y'all what he did. He told her he was going to get her on TikTok. He told her he was going to get her on TikTok, which he did. Which he absolutely did. And just like she said, he told her, well, if you can do what you say you're going to do, then yeah, I'm going to give you 30% of the bonus. It's of the profits. Let me tell you what it sounds like to me. This just me, y'all. Sound like she agreed to give him 30% of the TikTok profits because he promised to get her on TikTok. And it sounds like that is where that bonus was coming from. Oh, we made this amount of money on TikTok. Here's your 30%. We made this amount of money on TikTok. Here's your 30%. I do not believe that her intention was to give him 30% of her business for the rest of her life. I do not believe that. And until you can show me something in writing, because I found it interesting that he never showed me that in writing. In his lawsuit, I don't see nothing from her that says 70-30 split. That's what I don't see that. I didn't see no email, no text message, no contract. But I'm telling you what I think it was. That is what I think it was. Now, here's where I'm going to give Stormi a little bit. Here's where I'm going to give Stormi. Hey, KK Boo. Here's where I'm going to give Stormi a little bit. I don't think Stormi ever thought she would be making $100 million on no darn TikTok either. And I think that thing hurt her feelings when she had to get that man $2 million. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think happened. Stormi saw that $2 million that she had to give him in July, and she said, oh, no, we're not going to keep doing this. She said, oh, no, we're not going to keep doing it. We're not going to keep giving this man $30,000 a month plus $2 million. We ain't going to keep doing this. That's what she said. I'm telling y'all what happened. Now, was Stormi living a good life? Yeah, but Stormi was making millions of dollars. Why the fuck can't she? You talk about so she went to Miami for bottle service, sir. Me and my girlfriends used to do that on a weekend. That wasn't no flex. That wasn't no flex. Going to Miami and getting bottle service. That wasn't no flex. I mean, you know, how many people in here ever went to the club back in the day and got bottle service? Now, I don't be doing too much clubbing these days, and I damn sure don't be doing no bottle service these days, but we done it. We done it. That's not a flex. She probably thought TikTok was going to help the physical sales everywhere, but no one would buy them from there. Right. Most of her money was coming from TikTok. I agree. That's what it's saying. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Now, I could be wrong because, you know, I don't know these people from a hole in the wall. I really don't. But I personally think that's what it was. I think he said, listen, I have a relationship at TikTok. I can get you on TikTok, but I want a percentage of what you make. And she agreed to that. That is what I believe happened. But I don't think she anticipated she was going to be making no $100 million in one day. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She didn't think she was going to wake up one day and make $100 million in one day and have to get that man $3 million of that $100 million. That is what I think things took a left. Now, I do believe that. Kyle said, oh, this is good. I'm about to live good. I'm about to live good off of this woman's money for the rest of my life. And she said, no, you're not. Me too, Cajun. Now, listen, I still want to talk about that consulting firm. No, if I made the success Stormi did, I would have to hire a CFO, even though I have a background. But right, yeah, and that's why I said, to be fair, Stormi probably did not do business well from the beginning. Let's just call a thing, y'all. Let's just call a thing. Stormi has probably not made the best business decisions from the beginning. But it does sound like now that she's trying to do that. But to be fair, she probably didn't make the best decisions. And she probably made some bad decisions that cost her. But let's be clear. Most entrepreneurs and business owners, if you talk to a successful business owner, they're going to tell you about 10 failures, right? They're going to tell you about the failures. If they're honest, they'll let you know they made some mistakes. Nobody has all of the answers. Nobody has it all figured out. Even with the background, even with the degrees, even with the experience, people make mistakes. And when you're making that kind of money that fast, don't nobody prepare you for that. Nobody prepares you to make $100 million in one day. Nobody prepares you for that. Stormi started making money and someone told her to revisit what was going on with the consultant, and he knew he had control over everything and didn't want to relinquish control. Right, Mom. And that's what it sounds like too. It sounds like he also had a lot of control. No, Stormi made 100 million. She sold 1,100,000 units in one day. On the first time she broke the record on TikTok, she sold 1 million units in one day. She sold it. So if you do 1 million units times 10, her body glaze is like $10 each. You do 1 million units times 10, that's $100 million. And then she came back 2 weeks later and did it again and sold 1,100,000 units. So again, if you take that 1,100,000 and you multiply by 10, even if you take out taxes, whatever, it's $20. Quake says $20. So imagine it's $20 a product. She sold 1 million units, y'all. And then 2 weeks later, she sold 1,100,000 units at $20 a pop. If she's making $3 million, what's the big deal with giving up $3 million? Who the hell want to give away $3 million? I mean, Greek son, if it don't bother you, that's cool. That's 25 billion actually. I'm not doing the math, Andre. I'm just telling you what the lawsuit said. Andre ain't here doing math. And they were probably running sales and everything else. You know, they're probably 2 for 1 and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, neither here nor there. It was a lot of damn money. She made $100 million. That's what the lawsuit said. I'm going to go by what the lawsuit said. The lawsuit said $100 million. But yeah. Greek son say it ain't a big deal. Child, then give it to me. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Stormi doesn't owe this man money because I don't know. What I'm saying is I think he thought it was going to be in perpetuity and Stormi had every right to fire him. Like she has every right to say I'm severing this business arrangement. She has every right to do that. It doesn't sound like she has no board of directors. It's just her. She's the CEO. But what he's saying is that he's part owner. That's a horse of a different color. If it's just profit sharing, she has every right to sever that, especially if the contract did the contract say in perpetuity? Anyway, it looks like they're gonna battle it out in court because they done both filed lawsuits against each other at this point. So y'all know how this goes. They've sued each other. They have a certain amount of time to respond, and then it will move forward from there. This, in my opinion, I think this is going to get settled. I honestly think they're just going to settle. Really, we remember Stormi's former CFO stole money from her, so maybe she was using him as an interim CFO, and that is very different. That is true, too. If she was using him as an interim CFO, that is different as well. True. All right, you guys, I'm about to get up off of here. I'm going to do a regular tribe meeting, and then later on today, Kiss My Cheeks, Busy Blue, and myself, I believe are doing our Big Brother Roundup. Baby, this Big Brother Roundup is going to be a mess today. You hear me? It's going to be a whole situation. And I believe Family Business comes back tonight. So I got to talk with Treese and find out if we're going to do our review tonight. Child, I told you, I'm working. Baby, I'm working, okay? But, Girl, Is That Legal? If you guys are, somebody drop her link for me, please. If you guys are not subscribed to Girl, Is That Legal, please, y'all get over there because she is going to break it down further. And again, she has a legal, she's an attorney. So she'll be able to give you more of the legal aspects. So some of these questions you guys can ask her and she'll probably be able to give you guys more than what I can give you legally. I'm just telling y'all what I think. Y'all know I didn't go to nobody's law school, okay? Y'all know I got my law degree from Law and Order University by way of Matlock College. That's all I know. But she can give you the real legal breakdown. So y'all go check her out. I'm not sure what time, but I know later on tonight. And she also just did a breakdown on Jennifer Williams' fiance getting arrested, child. Oh, child. There it is right there. I'll be back. Give me about an hour. Give me till like it's 1:45. Give me about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I'll be back. We're going to do a tribe meeting, and then that'll lead into El Teddy's live. And then, like I said, I'll be doing my reviews tonight. With that being said, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Mwah. The live is at 4. What live is? Oh, her live is scheduled for 4. Thank you, Tracy. So her live is scheduled for 4. I don't know how I feel about this new Matlock. We'll talk about it. We're going to do our tribe meeting and give me an hour, Cajun. So go to one of your meetings and just come back, okay? All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.